Hello, in this video we will discuss about the acne or pimple. So we will just understand about the mechanism of the production of acne and their physiology or pathophysiology. So what is acne? Acne is a skin condition that occurs when your hair follicles become plugged with oil and dead skin cells and plugged together. So in this way we will just understand about the normal skin condition to form a cystic acne. So the basically is the male and female during the puberty rapid production of the androgen which that will lead to cause acne. So let's begin to understand. Here is the normal skin, which that is the anatomy of the skin contain dermis, epidermis and dermis and hypodermis. Dermis contain blood vessel, nerves and other things, and while here the hypodermis contain adipose tissue, and this is the oil gland which that is wrapping around the hair follicles or hair bulb, and the orange color is show the sebum, the leather fat, which that produce the oil, and this is the hair shaft, and this is the hair erector muscle. So this is the normal skin. So let's begin to understand the pathogenesis of the acne. So this is the oil gland which that is the sebum will produce, and in this way the when the hair will be a rupture. So, hair will be not rupture but fall. So the facilitate bacterial invasion will lead to open comedome formation due to the accumulation of sebum and increase the interleukin 1. So inflammation increase due to the bacterial invagination. So the bacteria when invaginate the sebum will mix it to also add the defensin and other protein, antibacterial protein with the sebum and bacteria will combine together, and this will lead to closed comedome to form a cystic acne. This is cystic acne is the pimple formation, and this pimple will contain a pus. This pus is antibacterial because antibacterial protein and the sebum and bacteria and dead skin cell which that contains cystic acne. This is known as pimple. So when plugged or block the comedome, open to closed comedome formation lead to pus formation, and that pus is due to the combating of the innate immune cell to produce the defensin for and the immune system which that will involve for the production of pus and sebum. So let's begin to understand the onset of puberty. So the stimulation will occur when we will become a young. So in this way, the some person genetically produce acne, but some not. So remember the genetic, the family history. So the gonadotropin releasing hormone will stimulate the adenohypophysis of the pituitary gland from the hypothalamus to release the follicle stimulating hormone and the luteinizing hormone, which that will target to the ovary, for example female. Will luteinizing hormone will primary follicle to proliferation and the differentiation to secondary follicle, and this secondary follicle will bind with the follicle stimulating hormone. This follicle stimulating hormone will produce the estrogen and the testosterone for ovulation. After the ovulation, the corpus luteum will left behind, and this corpus luteum produce progesterone which that will inhibit the follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone for further maturation of the primary follicle. So this is the mechanism of the female, but in male the Leydig cell are present in the testes bind with the follicle stimulating hormone and luteinizing hormone to produce the testosterone. But in this case, the follicle stimulating hormone will bind with the follicles to release the androgen from the thecal cell, and this androgen from the thecal cell can be testosterone or dihydrotestosterone. An aromatase enzyme will produce from the granulosa cell when bind with the follicle stimulating hormone. So the luteinizing hormone basically will bind to produce androgen, not follicle stimulating hormone. But the follicle stimulating hormone will inhibit through aromatase enzyme. But in this case, the rapid puberty state will lead to our production of testosterone, androgen hormone in the female, also male. So this will lead to testosterone, androgen in female and male, which that is the drastically change of the physiology, lead to immune activation for cystic acne pimples formation. Why? Because the changes of the physiology which that will lead to change the skin hair as well as the other things. So this is the skin will produce acne after this hair formation, the cystic acne formation. So this will lead to inflammation, will lead to innate immune cell activation, will lead to combat with the bacteria when invaginate into the skin or microbiota in our skin, which that will combating and against our immune system. So anyhow, the new things when come arrive in our body physiology will lead to change. So here is the high glucose index, for example, normally when we will sometime the acne produce will lead to a high glucose will produce IGF-1 increase, and low probiotic consumption will lead to alteration in gut microbiota, impairment of the gut barrier. This impairment of the gut barrier, which that will lead to entry of gut microbiota into the blood circulatory system. And so when entry of the microbiota from the gut when enter, so the skin contain also the same microbes, our skin, upper part of the skin. So in this way, here you can see entry of gut microbiota and metabolite into the blood. So it will be antigen, and against this antigen the defensing protein produce and immunoglobulin. And defensing protein is basically the alteration in the skin microbiota inflammation will cause. Due to that, the microbiota should be clear because that is the antigen. While on the normal case, it will not. So inflammation and innate immune cell activation due to the entry of the microbiota from the digestive system. So on the other hand, the skin, hypothalamic, pituitary, adrenal axis, which that will autonomic nervous system, will lead to cause stress, and this stress will give the response for the immune cell activation. Response to the digestive system and other things. So the type of the acne is the papules, blackhead, whitehead, nodules, pustules, and cyst. You can see in this diagram for understanding better. Papules is like this, and the blackhead is like the blackhead, and whiteheads, which that is basically produce the pus small, while nodules and the pustules contain pus more and cyst. So in the here you can see the treatment in the Google, you can search here, and which that is usually the first choice for treating acne is tetracycline or macrolide, erythromycin, azithromycin. While on the other hand, the what food causes acne? So basically the sugar and sugar high which we consume are refined white sugar and dairy products, fast food, chocolate, greasy food, whey protein powder, refined grains, and food rich in omega-6 fatty acid, because more cholesterol production will lead to more testosterone, androgen hormone production. So basically, does drink water help acne? So what is this? So water has many way in which it can improve your skin, which help to improve your acne over time. So that is why we can drink water to reduce the acne. So this is the information in the Google you can understand and search. So food contain the following ingredient are also thought to be beneficial for the skin, and the mineral zinc, vitamin A and E, and chemicals called antioxidants, which that important for it. So in this case, the what is the basically acne? So the acne is the physiological changes will lead to uh, immune response to produce defensive and antimicrobial protein, lead to death of the bacteria after invagination with the sebum mix, will lead to cause a pus formation, and the fluid which that is retention in the pimple will lead to cause inflammation and pimple formation. So thanks for watching.